Hey y'all, I'm Tim. Welcome to the Mr. Maple Show.
Hey guys, I'm Matt. Today we're talking about the mighty ginkgo. Forget pumpkin spice season. There's no pumpkin spice season. Fall belongs to the ginkgo. It's ginkgo season. Oftentimes people will have ginkgos in their landscape, their neighbor's yard. Maybe people that don't pay that much attention to horticulture. And then instantly when it gets into that fall color, we start getting those text messages and those pictures. What kind of tree is this? I must have it. Because everybody loves a ginkgo in fall color.
Ginkgos in the fall are some of the most amazing things. The trees right behind us, ginkgo. They are a tree that's been on fossil records in North America and all around the world. It's one of the oldest plants that's still found on fossil records today. We love this plant. We do offer a lot of different varieties of grafted forms on MrMaple.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with your gardening friends because this is a cool video about ginkgo trees that you're going to enjoy.
Hey, let's talk about why ginkgos get into that amazing yellow in the fall. It's one of the most breathtaking things as gardeners is that ginkgo, especially even that carpet when they're done. That carpet on the ground afterwards, something I enjoy. You get that yellow carpet all at once. Ginkgo trees are really something to behold. They have that prehistoric feel. You know, we were talking to Tom, and Tom said himself, something we say often, Tom Cox, we were recently interviewing, and he said they just feel like something a dinosaur interacted with. And it's got that curiosity, that spark of interest that helps get kids into gardening, but also, you know, ignites the kids in all of us. That ginkgo feels prehistoric because it is, but it also is one of the most interesting plants in all of cultivation.
Yeah, ginkgos, I remember walking through gardens in Kyoto, and the ginkgo leaves were just falling perfectly on the ground. Mm-hmm. And everybody was just going crazy taking photos. And then I remember us walking through Tokyo at Icho Namaki Avenue mm-hmm. and seeing the ginkgos there at Ginkgo Alley. And everyone, they were having music videos, right. Filming music videos.
It was a huge party under the ginkgo fall color.
And so we even have a customer in Virginia who has a ginkgo party every single time right. Her large ginkgos start to drop leaf.
Let's make that a cultural thing here. Let's have a huge ginkgo party every time your ginkgo lights up. Let's make that a new tradition. It's the ginkgo party at the garden.
So we've got one of our good friends here today. We're going to bring him in for an interview on ginkgos and why they turn to this color in the fall. I hope you enjoy this. Hey y'all, I'm here with Augustin Coelho Vera. Now, Augustin just spoke to the Maple Society, and you're the chairman of the International Maple Society, and you just spoke to the Maple Society about senescence. So what is senescence?
Well, first let me say how happy I'm to be here this fantastic day in Flat Rock, you know, admiring these fantastic, beautiful ginkgos, which are in full color and with a background of a blue sky. This is fantastic.
It's a great way to spend a day, is it not?
Well,
when you see this fall color, you can understand why people would have parties around this.
Right. It's unique and the conditions are perfect. And now this ginkgo is really already changed colors. If we look here a little bit closer in this part, you still see some green. So when the ginkgo has decided it was time to stop the show, they went into what we call senescence, which means
fall color, starting fall color.
Yeah, with the tree decides to go dormant.
Yeah.
So this is a senescence process where first it will stop producing chlorophyll. So you can see here there is still some chlorophyll left in these leaves, which are really shaded from the others, and slowly the green disappears. So that means that the chlorophyll stops being produced, it will degrade, and what we see is the background pigments, which are called the carotenoids, that are mainly yellow in the case of the ginkgo. So the ginkgo yellow is one of the types of carotenoid pigments which are called xanthophylls. I think that's how you pronounce it in English,
yeah.
Right? Xanthophylls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the xanthophylls are the yellow carotenoids. And they do provide, some of them were already there, and some of them are produced additionally to give extra protection to the leaves from the UV radiation. So this is, the other day we talked about Japanese maple.
Yeah.
And they use, they produce anthocyanins, which is a different pigment, which adds additional protection from the UV in the fall to allow the tree to get all the sugars that are in the leaf. In the case of a ginkgo, they don't have genetically the ability to produce anthocyanins, so they use the xanthophylls to do this protection from the sun. So xanthophylls, this yellow is like a screen, a sunscreen protecting the leaves for the fall.
So what you're saying is that the chlorophyll is in the leaf throughout the season. That's when people see the green on the leaf.
That's right.
And
right
then
here.
what is actually happening is that the chlorophyll is breaking down, and then you can see the
other pigments.
the other pigments are already there.
Right there. And there is also the additional xanthophyll production to get extra protection. The carotenoids have a very wide range of protection from the light, the damaging UV rays of the sun, and this is what the tree needs to be protected from that. And both the yellows that were there and additional yellows, xanthophylls that are fabricated at this moment for the
That's amazing just to see this fall color process all started by senescence.
That's right.
And that is just so exciting to go out and to start to understand why we have this amazing yellow fall color with ginkgos. I mean, there's not much else that turns as bright and as beautiful as a ginkgo in this color of yellow. And it's amazing to see something that's been around since, thousands of years.
That's right.
That has been going through this process for thousands of years.
And also what is remarkable with ginkgos, and in this case, is that they don't fabricate red pigments in the fall, because the yellow ones are enough for them to protect from the damaging UV rays. So depending on the trees, the kind of protection they develop, the kind of strategic pigment superposition changes from species to species or from genuses to genuses. Some are capable of producing red pigments, anthocyanins, some others don't, like the ginkgo. So it's a fascinating area, and the more you try to understand what's going on, the more complicated it gets.
That is for sure. Well, we really appreciate you joining us today to sort of describe to us and help us understand a little bit of why ginkgos turn to this yellow in the fall.
It's beautiful, beautiful yellow. So thank you very much for being here with you. Really, I appreciate looking at all this beauty, and I hope to return soon in the future.
Hey, sounds good. I hope you've enjoyed this cool video on ginkgos. Ginkgos are a prehistoric plant. Many of y'all may be enjoying them in your garden. If not, you can always get one from MrMaple.com. We have some dwarf varieties, some narrow varieties, and even some upright big varieties. So go check it out on MrMaple.com, our ginkgo selection. We do an awesome amount of ginkgos, even some variegated ones. We love ginkgo trees, and I hope this video shows you a little bit about why we love ginkgo trees. This yellow fall color is outstanding, and it's really cool to talk to Augustin and sort of figure out what's playing a part in this and why they go to that yellow color. We hope that you all have enjoyed this video. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.